Frontier models are going to be important. Open source models are going to be important as well, but Google may be winning distribution. So they cover this as well. They talk about the Sergey Brin side. You guys can listen to it. I'll give you a couple summaries towards the end. But the main story is that Google's real business may be the cloud and it may be infrastructure. If that's the case, what multiple should they have if it's not Gemini? They may lose the model prestige race and still make a lot of money from AI infrastructure, but they may become the Saudi Arabia, OPEC of compute, while OpenAI, Anthropic, xAI, and others compete on the intelligence side. Google's talent brand has deteriorated, and this is where Kush comes in. He says that for his MIT cohort and younger builders, Google is no longer the dream destination. The dream destinations are now OpenAI, Anthropic, xAI, and Frontier Labs. Unfortunately, that is the reality. So these companies are different. This is SpaceX. This is a private company that's going public. This is another private company. These are the Frontier Labs. This is the way it was for Google and them before. They invented a lot of the modern AI, but the spiritual center of AI has moved elsewhere. This is an important dynamic, and one of the reasons why in the hyperscalers I will continue to say I want to be long the receivers of the capital because the infrastructure demand is insatiable. These guys are proving it because Google is seeing talent leave because they don't have enough compute. If they had enough compute, they could do both the frontier models and the business side, but they can't. They don't have enough compute, so they have to allocate the resources, the scarce resources, somewhere. Google committed roughly $200 billion capex this year to compute infrastructure. That capital earns a documented 30% ROIC. It's tax advantage through accelerated depreciation. It is near certain demand because the whole industry is compute starved. Model development, by contrast, requires tens of billions with a high variance and no guaranteed return. Again, this all gets into the argument that was there. Now, I asked them to take the transcript of the Brad Gerstner one with the all-in pod and then the Moonshots one. So these answers here, and if you guys haven't done this before, take all of the smart people and now you put them in one table and you ask them a question. What the Google shakeup reveals about compute, talent, incentives, and multi-state. That's the way that I like to go through these things. And then I go through the disruption side. The synthesis for all large companies, the durable assets of scale are capital, physical infrastructure, distribution, and regulatory position. The rational endgame, which Google is stumbling into or engineering, is the large company as capital allocator and infrastructure landlord to an ecosystem of mission-driven vehicles is partly owns. Companies that fight this, trying to retain everything internally, will lose the talent, keep the costs. I subscribe to that entire view. SpaceX, SemiAnalysis put this out. Elon shocked the world again on SpaceX first earnings call, saying 6 to 8 gigawatts of incremental data centers in 2027, possibly well above 10 gigs. Sounds impossible, but we believe it. We see SpaceX on track for about 10 gigawatts by year-end 2027. That's why SpaceX has value to the company. And again, you should view the other side as a call option, but Elon Musk has already proved that he can build data centers faster than anyone, and the gigawatts are worth a lot of money, as we're seeing in terms of the compute prices. 80% of its output earmarked for space-based data centers. So again, he's doing a lot of stuff for Terafab, which is what I brought this up for. Terafab is just confirmation of what's happening. Just look at this thing that he showed in terms of what the scale of it will look like. You're talking about him building something. Elon Musk knows where the compute side is, and he's basically telling you, I need to build this, which looks like a Star Trek or a Star Wars situation on a massive amount of land. He needs this for the chips, and in particular, memory.